Alright, that should have fixed it. I'm starting to see things in OBS, and on the stream I pulled up, I'm starting to hear the light music, so there's that. That should definitely fix things out. So, as I was trying to say, we are doing a surprise game. It's called Gambit in Destiny 2. So, Gambit is a... Alright, that should have fixed it. I'm starting to see things in OBS, and let's mute the stream in YouTube. so I'm not hearing myself twice. That was surprising. But yeah, so as I was saying, Gambit is a competitive game. It's two teams of four will compete against each other to fill up their bank of motes. You gain motes from defeating enemies and whatnot. You want to bank them in preferably groups of either 5, 10, or 15, because at 5 you send a small blocker over. At 10 you send a medium block over. At 15, which is the max that you can carry, you send a large blocker over to the other team. If the team has two blockers alive, they start to slowly drain motes from the opposite team or your bank over to the other side. So that's why you want to, when they come over, you want to kill them as fast as you can. When you get to 40 motes and then 80 motes, somebody has the option to jump over to the other side and invade. That is a way to kill the other team and cause them to lose their motes. Also, once you get all 100 motes into the bank, the primeval, the boss, shows up, and then the opposing team will have invasion portals pop up. I believe it's every 30 seconds after you come back. So if you die on the opposing side, you have basically a 10-second cooldown before you can be revived, and you go back to your side. Once you're back to your side, you have to wait 30 seconds for the portal to reopen. This is a way to hopefully reduce the power of invaders, because they are quite powerful, and a good invader can just wipe the other team. These are all the people that are in the game. There are no teams, which isn't too much of an issue. Usually, when you're going in solo, you're matched with other solo players, so you're not going up against a 4-stack, which doesn't always mean that they're going to win. I have played games where I've been a solo player with 3 other solos, and we've beaten a 4-stack. It just means that they have the ability to communicate. But, and I have to switch off that weapon. I want to.
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Scorn approaching.
Alright, Scorn, fun. These are a type of enemy that was brought in the Forsaken DLC, which was about 60 years ago. They are a corrupted version of the Fallen, well, technically they're called Elixini, but they're also called Fallen, sort of pseudo-insectoid race that were blessed by the Traveler, a paracausal entity that gave us, the Guardians, the abilities to do what we can do, all our powers. And they had their Traveler, and then the Darkness, which was a sort of pseudo-nameless enemy that we all fought against and caused a collapse in the Fallen group. So they just sent over a large blocker, which is a knight, a taken knight, which is a enemy corrupted by the darkness to give them extra abilities. I am So it looks like we all seem to have large... larges, and now they have 3 larges. They're melting it, and I have just went over to the other side to try and... Oh, damn it. Okay, they definitely knew where I was coming from. So, that is definitely where I am going to be raging the most, because I definitely didn't have the... Okay, I didn't have my rocket launcher on. That also would help. I am... lose my... heavy, but I want to switch over. One of the things, when you clear an area, you get heavy bricks like that, which is a type of ammo that you get, and they are more powerful weapons. Yeah, I thought I had a rocket launcher on, so when I went over, I tried to invade and target the people. So this invader, one of the tricks with hunting invaders is they will never spawn in the area you are fighting enemies. They will always come in a different area. Usually one of the 2 other entrances. So they, right here, this is the sound for both a invader and they are draining our moats. But, so they just called up a invader. I am not going to jump over quite yet. Hopefully no one from my end. They just invaded. They shouldn't have invaded like that because no damage has been put onto the enemy's boss. When you kill a guardian while invading during this phase, you heal the primeval, which is the named boss. Hey Spock, hey Krusty. So, killing those envoys, as they were called, will give us these primeval stacks, which is the... And, okay, that is a super, ability that they have. This was a hunter ability that dropped this season, this DLC that just dropped, and it is the hunter, one of the class abilities, my class actually, and it allows you to teleport around and then spin an electric knife basically to do a bunch of damage. But
You're invading. Make a mess.
now I'm invading.
One down. You're in the lead. 10 seconds left. That's 2.
So as you saw on the top right of their bar and left of the bar, the invader on our side has just come over and killed people, and I don't have the heavy ammo, so I'm switching over to a different weapon. They are...
Embrace the darkness. Take out.
And kind of like Apex, this is a mode that I'm not able to keep up with chat very well. I don't even know how he was able to get me, but that is how it is, and
Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. That primeval's nearly dead.
alright, so we were able to defeat the Primeval before the other team was, so we won that match. And now I need to switch some
Nice
things
work.
up
They're gonna
just
talk about
because
that fight
if
all the way over in the
I
tunnel,
am
sure.
going
As
to...
soon as I tell 'em.
No, I don't want to invade going the way I've been going. Invading is just not good. So, yeah, level-headed up. You definitely haven't been hearing me stream. One of the other... What I'm doing right now is called giving people commendations. That is just a way to reward players for if they've done something good, something funny, whatnot. Just a player way to commend other people. So that when you invade, like the invader that they had was quite good and pretty much every time got close to 4 kills, which is called an army of 1. That is the max virtually you can get when going over to the other side as an invader. Once you get 4 kills, you are immediately pulled back, and the Drifter who runs this, who's a bit of a shady character, but is very interesting, gives you a bit of a... No, basically, he congratulates you saying something along the lines of, you killed 4 people, you must have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. There's about 4 or 5 of them. But since I'm definitely seeing a little bit of a delay that I normally don't when I'm playing Gambit, just due to streaming, I'm going to be staying away from invading. Once again, yeah, I'm against 4 randos, 1, 2 hunter. Right, I'm on a team of 4 hunters, which is fine. And I've switched up my super, which is the ultimate like in Apex. So this one is a mixture of light and dark abilities, which dark classes were released 2 years ago, and they are quite fun. The major one that I'm using is called Strand. It is a pseudo-poison ability that you can... Basically, I can move around a lot like Spider-Man. There is a grapple, and the melee that I have is a solar triple knives, and we just had a guy die, which... Because there's like a 15 or 16 second cooldown when you die, if you can, you definitely want to kill or res your friend unless there is a invader. If there's an invader on your side, you do not want to res, because that just gives them the chance to... Somebody went over, I think. No, we haven't gone over. But they are, by the looks of it, yeah, they are putting in as many larges as they can. So he got me with a exotic trace rifle that dropped this season, but I was able to get most of the blockers. So we aren't losing our moats anymore. But that brought the blocker back, and they are...
Portal's prime. Go make a mess. Your allies invading. Watch it. You're shedding moats. Kill
Yep.
the blockers. Invader inbound. Huh. Opposing team's got a prime evil. Once it dies, they win.
Nope. I thought I had more. Super. So I just lost 10 modes for our team because I
Invader down. You can
charged the invader when I thought I had my super up, which it's almost up. But I am definitely going to try to go over.
embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians.
And they definitely haven't put through that nerf for the Cubs yet, which just is what it is. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. This is the mode that I
Portal's ready.
was the most interested in when it came out, simply because it was basically both
Your allies invading the other side.
like a mixture of both PvE and PvP. So,
All right, you can still win
There
this.
is
Burn
the-
that prime evil to the ground.
so now that we both have our Prime Evils, they have the option to invade as well. But they have yet, mainly because
Invaders back. 3 kills. Envoys in the dirt. Now kill the big guy.
definitely thinking I might let this guy go over.
Invader incoming.
So when an invader comes, there are usually about 2 or 3 spots that they can be ulted.
Enemy invader is down.
Yeah, I'm just going over just to try to...
You're invading. Make a mess. Night's over.
So they got their invader before I was able to kill any of them. So they got sent. I got sent back, and definitely need to not try to invade. I am not in a position to be doing that, so I am switching up few things. Don't like. Not really proccing these void ability, which my exotic chest piece allows me to go invisible, and then while under a void subclass, I can go invisible and then get extra void damage onto my void weapons while doing a debuff, which is normally how I play, and I might switch back to the build that works the best there. I had that at the start, but it's been a while since I've really played a lot of Gambit, so I'm futzing around with the weapons. It's not like Apex where there are 2 or 3 weapons that I really like to use and whatnot. I like to have a few different ones. As like, definitely for the boss phase, I like to switch over to this gun, the Malfeasance, because it does extra damage to my taken enemies. And yes, I do like to see if I'm against a team, just for the simple fact that I will then know what sort of gameplay I need to be playing, or how aggressive I really have to play. So this is a these are called the Cabal. They are space rhino not Russians, Romans. That is basically the way to boil down how and what the Cabal are.
Hostiles incoming at the garden.
Thankfully, with the heavy blocks that come after you clear an area, it's for everyone. So instead of just like one person being able to pick up a heavy brick, we all can pick it up. I don't know how you died, but okay. So that is the grapple ability. You shoot out a little, whatever you want to call it, and you ride forwards. They have Nakun Fade, but the real trick with banking is you want to be a little careful about being the first to bank, because the other team has the chance to get rid of that, and then the whatever you did isn't much use, and then they can drain the moats. Kind of like what they are doing now. We got a HVT, which is a enemy with lots of moats right there. We are.
Target is down and out.
Why our people aren't? Yeah, and we got that guy who, with moats that could be saved, is instead choosing to go for a large, which can be quite good, but also, if you lose 15 moats, you're putting your team back quite a bunch.
Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. One down. You knocked the moats right out of them. Nice. That's 2. 10 seconds and I pull you back. Bringing you back. Good hunt.
So that was mostly a delaying tactic to...
Get that primeval up. Invaders here. Brace yourself.
No. Yes. So, Eyes of Tomorrow, that was the rocket launcher that I did want to have the first match. you have the ability to scan and then lock onto targets, and then do a tracking on them. And they do they shoot off 4 micro rockets, which can be very nice and very. You can wipe an entire team if you're good at it. And that was a little early for the. Thank you. That guy just stomped me, which let me.
You're invading. Make a mess.
So now I think it's a 30-second, might be a 10-second invasion.
Enemy invader down. Hey, can't blame
So it is definitely 10 seconds. That was a way too fast of a portalist.
revel in this. Guardians down. Convoys 8. Now devour that primeval. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down. Take this game. Brother, you've got some moves.
That is the round.
What a haul. I
It used
promise
to be
I'll do something
quite
special. Something that'll make you
a little harder to play Gambit, or longer, I should say, because instead of it being a one and done round, it used to be the best of 3, which is something. It's not the worst. It definitely caused things to drag on, because it used to be, instead of invasion portals being at every 40, it was at every 25. So 25, 50, 75, you had an invasion portal. So invasions were much more common, harder to deal with, and definitely could just, like, the first invasion portal could say, okay, this is how the game's going to go. Because if you had close to 25 or 50 motes, and they came over and wiped you all, you lost all those motes, and you had to restart, while the other team could continue collecting motes. So they dropped it from 3 invasions to 2, as well as making it a 1 round instead of best of 3. Both are, I feel, pretty good changes that they made. They also changed it. It used to be heavy only spawned in the middle, and one person got that. So if somebody grabbed heavy and wasn't invading, that made your invasion much more difficult, because heavy was the big piece that made things easier. So having already all heavy at every encounter after you finish it is very nice. As well as there used to be a mod for your weapons that came from the raid that dropped with Forsaken when Gambit was introduced. It was a Taken Armament, I believe was what it was called. But basically, when you killed a Taken enemy, you had a chance of dropping heavy bricks, which the more powerful an enemy was, the higher chance of getting the heavy. So you pretty much had an immediate heavy brick every time you killed a blocker, just due to how they were. So it was just invaders' first invasion, if they were good at it, could have a full 9 stack of rockets, which was just very stupid. And you really want to do in banks with other people and enough to do a invasion portal, just how it is. But the guy doing that might be on a quest where if you die with moats, you lose as many moats. So it's a little understandable that they are doing this. Plus,
You just dropped a taken on the other side.
45.
Aye. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. Hey, you're losing moats. Ice the blockers. You knocked the moats right out of them. Nice. That's 2. The executioners come to town. High value target identified. Get him. The best gunfight happened on the frontier.
So that is a army of 1. That is a how you like a call out that you get from getting an army of 1. And also use up all my heavy. They also were able to drain a lot of our moats, which is a little unfortunate, but just how it is. And right now I am considered amplified, which is a arc ability, which is why I was able to be running so fast, but that, or yeah, as amplified.
At the base. Almost. Bang, get that primeval out there. Vader inbound. Hunt him. Watch it. You're shedding moats. Kill the blockers. Invaders off the field. Dropped a large blocker on the enemy. That'll take them a while to shoot. Woo! They're bleeding moats. Two down. The executioners come to town.
Well, I didn't get all 3 or 4 enemies. I did get 3 of them and denied a bunch of their moats, which, while right now isn't that much of an issue, because they do have enough to summon their
Invaders here.
blocker. Why are you over there? Yeah.
Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. Opposing team has a primeval. You gotta finish first.
Maybe. Okay, so he definitely doesn't have time to get a 3rd, but sometimes the invading like that is definitely good because you have the ability to delay a damage phase. That is definitely a
You're invading. Make a mess.
He may have got me, but I still killed two.
Invader inbound. Hunt. Primeval compromised.
No,
Focus
so he's
fire.
not.
Enemy invader down. You can relax. That primeval's nearly
Okay,
dead.
so he was there, but the our
Yes, sir. That's what I call a hunt.
so yeah, I don't know if I really talked about this, but
You're making this
when invading, you or hunting an invader more likely, the invader will not show up in the area that you are fighting enemies in, or when the enemies are just spawning. So with that, you know it's going to be in one of the other two areas. Sort of like if you were just fighting enemies in the north section, there he's going to spawn in east or west. He's not going to spawn south because that's your spawn area, and they don't spawn there. Other than that, there's about 3 or 4 places within that area that they will spawn, but looking at your tracker, you'll be able to see the faint red and know, okay, so the invader's there, and you can hunt them down a little easier. Again, when it first started, there was pretty much 2 spots in each bank area that they could spawn in, so those who played it a bunch would know, okay, so he's going to be most likely here, and could wait up when it looked like there was going to be an invasion or an invasion portal has popped up. Because a lot of cases you want to get the invasion portal up and then jump over immediately for the chance of killing the other guardians. And there's about 4 or 5 maps, I want to say, and they just, you rotate and it's random along with the weapon enemies that you fight.
All right. Let's see what we've got. Scorn approaching.
This is a scorn heavy night, cuz 3 out of
Time for
multiple games have been
seen ugly, but
scorn.
Scorn are ugly. Finish this fast, yeah?
And due to this being the weekend, a lot of the more
Drop those targets.
Uh,
Take the moats and bank.
sweat competitive players, the PvE or PvP players, are most likely playing what is called Trials of Osiris. It is a 3v3 competitive game mode, which it's not for me. And just because it's usually elimination, which is when you only have so many lives, and when you die, you lose, and you have to be respawned by a teammate. You can't be like auto respawn, which just means people can watch the areas. So that might be a little bit why this night is a little easier. It's also not the most popular game mode due to a lot of the issues with invasion portals, heavy, being hard to counter,
Hostiles incoming at the garden.
but
Large blockers to the other side. Portal is prime. Lock and load. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. You knocked the moats right out of them. Nice. That's 2. Ten seconds. seconds and I pull you back. High value target identified. Get him.
That is what I am talking about, an invasion portal just being overly powerful. I took all 4 enemies out, denying all their motes that they had banked up, and we had multiple blockers, so they could, we just continued draining. And we are almost at the point where we can get another invasion portal, which it's always nice to be the one who does that sort of thing. Not so much fun when you're against it, because we have pretty much won this game. Like, he's going to drop them, and yeah, we lost the 80 invasion portal, but that is just a way that Destiny Bungie has made it so that you're not likely to just continue the steamroll, as it were. So they now have the chance to send as many larges as they want, almost, and bank all the motes without us going over, as well as invading if they so wish. But
Invaders here. Brace yourself. Enemy invader down. You
14 seconds. And with them being so far behind us, as it were, with the Primeval Slayer and whatnot, they will get some bonus Primeval Slayer just as a catch-up, so that it isn't as
watch your back. Invader
much of a stomp.
invader down.
Unless something like that happens, which...
Invader down. Nice.
Okay. Yeah, they... And when the these Primeval Slayer envoys
Kill yours now.
appear, you have to
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
take them out before you can do anything on the...
Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. That's one.
damage the Primeval. And that is... present.
Invader's gone. Get him next time.
Of course they...
Watch your back. Invader incoming. Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. That Primeval's nearly dead. You're in the lead. Take down that Primeval, and this Gambit's yours. This is
Hey,
what the team.
didn't need to invade there.
You made
But...
me look silly.
Like, even with the army of one that I did, they were still able to come back and almost win it. That is just
Nice work.
how
They're gonna talk about that fight all the way
Gambit is, and depending on the
as soon as I tell them.
type of... Okay, that is my... notification on my phone. Let's turn you all the way down so we don't continually hear that. Yep, that's... No. Being able to get a triple clap with is out. Definitely haven't been raging as much as I sometimes do when I play Gambit. I definitely can get toxic playing this, which is why I usually play on my own, so people don't hear me raging. But also I do enjoy playing with teammates just so that I have the ability to communicate about things. But we are... There we go. Pushing for Guardians. It's... Last week, I thought about doing some Gambit or a Gambit stream simply because they had bonus Gambit reputation last week, which meant you just earned extra rep, as it sounds, every match. But I ended up being a little sick and other things happened, so I didn't. This week there is double Vanguard, which is just their typical PvE content, as well as double Nightfall loot, which there are certain weapons that you can only get from Nightfalls, and then there are Grand Master Nightfalls, which are the hardest level. Yes. At times, the toxic vibes are fun, but also, I know there are some people who don't enjoy that or enjoy getting that against them, so if I'm in a group with people and I'm playing this, there will be times where I'll just mute my mic, and then I'll mutter and swear to myself, insult them, and then come back and be like, yeah, I'm all good now, which is good at times. I'm not burning bridges, but it's still...
Hold on to your lock and load, hotshot. Get those moats to the bank.
I'm gonna go back to my full-on old build, sort of pseudo build. Being able to go invisible when I dodge, which is the big thing for this sort of build, is going invisible, getting the extra damage and explosive abilities from making my enemies or volatile. So volatile rounds, that is the main pick of that, and then I'm just able to go back invisible because I killed an enemy with who was under a void debuff, and I just repeat as needed. This was one of the first 4 maps that came out. This is on Earth in the EDZ, the European Dead Zone.
Incoming wave at the ruins.
So the medium blocker that they have are these Centurions with a shield that they can boop and deny pretty much all damage against them, which is nice. The Goblin, which is their 5
Small blocker to the other side.
one, is can shoot out a invis invulnerability beam as it, and just make it so that you have to kill the uh,
Take and run, popping up on the enemy side. Good.
this is another one issue with this as it this map. It's
10 seconds left. Invaders off the field. That's one.
this is
Hostile
a
retreat.
yeah, I'm definitely with idiots playing their banking smalls, which are fine, but also there's a time and a place for smalls. You definitely want larges. You want to be getting more larges just because they have more health. They are harder to deal with, and
Invader incoming. Enemy called up a prime evil. They kill it. They win this. Portal's ready. Go say hello.
don't. Oh, you are a
The other side.
fucking moron. Yeah, let's invade with 10 moats. You are. And you're gonna die because this team has reasonable players, and those 10 moats are Yep, there we go. We lost 10 moats. Let's not bank the moats. Let's not do your job. No, let's.
Hostiles inbound at the beach. Half pint taken, headed to the other side. Portal's ready. Grab your gun. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. Seconds left. Guardian down. 2 for 1. Welcome back. Invaders here. Brace yourself. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. Invaders off the field. Envoy's dead. Kill the prime evil. Enemy team's about to win this. Get through. Number 2. Opposing team put their prime evil on ice. Invader incoming.
Nope, none of you are getting caught. Definitely not the Titan who had 2 brain cells and they're both fighting Bird. So this is the sort of like Gambit rank you have, and Mythic 2 is the third highest that you get, and then you reset as it were. So once I get fill up this bar at Legend, I have to go back to the tower, talk to the Drifter there, and probably claim a few things so that I can then reset my rank, and then I just restart going again. This is a just way to keep some life in the mode, and each Gambit, Crucible, Vanguard, so PvE, PvP, competitive PvE as it were, all have that same ability, and each time you reset your rank, one of the abilities that you get is when you get a activity certain weapon. So this is a Gambit linear fusion rifle. It has just like these are these rolls that you can get on it. As you get more and more ranks up in the or resets, you get the ability to get more than just the like 2 perks like this. You will get like you can have another one here or another one here after one reset. So like you could get 5 resets, and a roll could have up to 5 different perks, which definitely help some with the grinding. Although with the ability to enhance weapons that dropped this season, I don't know if they're continuing with that, just because there might be a chance of you getting 3 or 4 really good perks on a weapon and then immediately enhancing all of it. So we are so in this game, this is on Titan. I am against 2 teams of 2, which is how it is. That sometimes definitely happens. And one of the things that I found with this mode is just because there is a force stack that you're up against doesn't mean they will be that good, or the communication that they have will do much. You can still I've rolled over teams of 4 before as a solo. It's just you have to go in expecting communication. And we're back to this.
At command. High value target identified. Get him. Portal's prime. Go make a mess. This is what the Taken feel. Revel in this. One down. 10 seconds and I pull you back. Woo! They're bleeding moats. Hostiles incoming at the burrow. draining. The blockers must die, brother. Invader on the field. Careful. Enemy invader down. Nice. Portals up.
Get no defense. Nope. It's fine.
Get those moats to the bank. It's time for a prime evil. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. Moats draining. The blockers must die, brother. Enemy invader down. Hey, you can't blame him for trying.
Winch on that rifle. Okay. Come on, let's bank.
Incoming hostiles at the
Oh, we got somebody who's going for a large. Yep. Let's not do the bank. Yep. Gotta get that large. Gotta get that large. Doesn't matter that we need people. No. Let's.
Prime evil's up. Kill it to win. Prime evil compromised. Take it out. Your enemy called up the prime evil. Finish this before they do. Invader incoming. You're in the lead. The invader's down. Nice. Hey, it's like dirty. I like it. This is what the taken feel. Revel in this. Guardians down. You're ahead.
I'm sure I tried to hit you with that, but whatever.
Envoys 8. Now devour that prime evil. You're in the lead. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you. Envoys 8. Now devour that prime evil.
And they are melting theirs. Yeah, there goes their primeval.
Enemy team's about to win this. Get moving. Invaders off the field.
And I'm so far away from the portal that... No, they won it.
Round's done. Opposing team defeated. Try you.
into it. Let's see. Alright. I do remember that they have made it so that you are less likely to run up against a 4-stack unless you are working with a team of 2 or a team of 3. You're not... It is less likely, they put less weight on 4 randos going up against a 4-stack, simply because people were complaining about this happening, which is understandable. The ability to being able to communicate with all your teammates, call out where people are, what you need, is very, very helpful in this mode. And since this is such a... Oh, this is...
Let's hunt some hostiles, brother. Bring their moats.
This is a mode that not a lot of people really like, as it were. It's just... It can be hard to find people to do this full-on, and plus with streaming, I'm less likely to bring people that I don't really know very well into the...
Hostiles inbound at the beach. Hostiles at the tree. Hey, you're losing moats. Ice the blockers. Large blocker set. Hold up. Invaders here. Brace yourself. You're bleeding moats, brother. Whack
Yes.
the blockers. Got eyes on a high-value target.
Welcome in, Double Tap. That's all good. I'm definitely not in a position where I can talk too much. Yeah, this is the other side of a invasion portal that
Next time.
um
Summoned a prime evil. If they kill it,
just wipes you out. It's
allies headed to the other side.
doesn't help that I got brain dead players as guys teammates, but hey.
Your allies dead. Sending them back. Incoming wave in the ruins. Woo! High value target is down. Portal's ready. Allies headed to the other side. Small blocker outbound. Your invaders down, but restored to you. Hey, you've got enough to pull a prime evil. Bank those moats. Hold
Bye.
them up. Go take them out. Embrace the dark. take out those guardians. That's one. Enemy invader down. Nice. Convoy's taking a dirt nap. Drive evil time. You're invading. Make a mess. Round's done. Opposing team defeated their prime evil.
There we go. That's I definitely went back to here and switching over. But yeah, welcome in when you were here, Double Tap. Thanks for stopping by, and also, yeah, I did say hello to you, Spock. But thanks for spending as much time here. I know this isn't what I or even like Delta normally does, although it's a little bit like Apex in that it's a competitive game mode, but that's about it. And one moment. Toss my keys off to the side, which had a bottle cap. It's the weekend. I did a little extra work at overtime today, so I'm definitely having a couple beers tonight. Plus, it's a stat holiday for me, since it's Canada Day on Monday.
Get ready to drop.
So with this one, we're against two stacks, and but we have a 2-stack on our team, which hopefully they've got some skills. I might next time I do something like this, I might just pump it straight through my PlayStation, go live that way, because I am definitely seeing a little bit of a delay in this from streaming it through OBS and viewing it from OBS. That's just... for the most part, it's not causing too much of an issue, plus I'm...
Watch it! You're shedding motes! Kill the blockers! Invader on the field! Careful! You send a large blocker to the other side! Don't kill the vanguard! Portal's up! Go take him out!
Oh man, that can do a... right, yeah, it is a wave frame attack.
Give him hell! Enemy invader down! Hostiles incoming at the cavern!
Shoot. spawning right in with the enemies is not any. No, don't. Yes, bank.
Portal's up. Go take 'em out. Half pint taken, headed to the other side. This is what the team revel in this. You knocked the moats right out of them. Nice. They'll need new teeth after that one. And more moats. 10 seconds. You make this look easy. Primeval compromised. Take it out.
And now I am definitely out.
Invader on the field. Careful.
Switch over to a scout so I have a little more range.
Enemy invader is down.
Keep kicking away. Oh, this is a
Invader incoming.
heavy block from. Whoop, that was a Nova Bomb, which is a solar Warlock super, which is. Glad I jumped through that kelp. Xenophage. That is a
The other side.
machine gun that acts a little more like a sniper rifle than anything. It's
You gained the lead.
it's quite powerful. And since it's an exotic, it definitely... Did somebody go over? I think somebody did. We would have had the portal up by now.
Your invader's back.
Yeah.
With 3 guardians down.
Impressive.
Your side. Watch your back. Invader incoming. Primeval compromised. Focus your fire.
So he's definitely not on this side. I'm gonna...
Enemy invader down.
Gone. There.
Can't blame him for trying. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. That's 2. That primeval's nearly dead. Invaders here. Brace yourself. Envoys eliminated. Focus on the
Gone.
Sometimes I forget you killed a god or two. Look at all those moats. Packed tight and shiny. You're getting paid today.
One other thing that they've changed with Gambit was it used to be when you got to Legend, the only way that you got experience in the rank was through wins or through bounties, which going up to Legend was usually pretty easy, and then it just stalled to a crawl to get rank up, simply because of the fact that you had to get those wins to get experience. So if you didn't get the wins, you were out of luck. You didn't really get anything other than maybe a weapon or armor from that game. So the fact that it's now you get increased experience in ranks up on wins, while on loses you don't get as much experience, is nice. It means even if you do lose, you still slog your way through that stuff, which I feel was a bit of a turn off for some people when they started playing Gambit. Another thing that definitely was a turn off for me was instead of getting a purple weapon like this, which is a legendary weapon, on like you only ever really got weapons on rank ups. So when you went from like Mythic 2 to Mythic 3, you'd get a weapon, but it would be a blue weapon, which was an uncommon weapon instead of the legendaries. That, when it first came out, was a real almost quitting point for me. But I like the title of Dredgen that you get from it so much that it's pretty much anything on me online, as well as part of a tattoo that I have on my shoulder. So that was, yeah, it was almost a quit moment for me. I'm glad I didn't, because I definitely have a lot of enjoyment from this mode. It is not something that I can just do very much, just like listen to a movie, but that's all good. Spock, take it easy. Glad that you were able to stop by for as long as you were. Probably talk to you either tomorrow on my typical Skyrim stream, or Monday. Yeah, from an invading standpoint with this map, I don't like it too much, simply because it is so large that if you get spawned so far in the back, especially if you're taking on the trying to get a heal the primeval, you can very easily miss out on doing that simply because you've got to run from the far edges of the map. But this was one of the first ones that they made, so it makes some sense, and we got a guy going over. Okay. So I'm going to continue.
Target identified. Get him. Get those moats to the bank. It's time for a prime evil. Hostiles inbound at the beach. Hey, you're losing moats. Ice the blockers.
Definitely when you've got enough to bank, you get that warning from the drifter that you should deposit. Not too sure how good you are, but the fact that you continue pushing for that invasion portal is how it is. You you get one kill at a time. It seems, which, oh, you got two, and definitely kept them from banking a large, which is good.
With everything you've got.
And since it's now,
Your allies back. 3 kills.
I think with that 3 kill, he timed out. You get basically like 10 or 20 seconds to hunt when you invade, so you can't just hang around there all the time. Ooh, this. I think with a bow like that, you might. No, he definitely did not have the heavy bow Leviathan, which was for a while quite good. Yep, you're going over.
Invading the other side.
Next round, yes. So we're gonna kill the envoys. I'm gonna pop my super. That should help with doing damn it. Maybe.
Envoys eliminated. Focus on the primeval. Your allies back. 2 kills.
Yeah, that he was definitely came over a lot faster, so he definitely died on that round, which is fine. And there you are somewhat damage gated when it comes to
Watch your back. Invader incoming.
doing damage on here, which can be a bit of an issue. But Trident Whistle. That is definitely a fall weapon.
Compromised. Burn it down.
Doesn't help it, or yeah. You hang around the invasion portal all the time, you're not gonna.
Your allies invading the other side.
Come on, let's get this. Yeah.
Head. Your invader's dead. Sending them back.
Come on.
Opposing team's about to win. Watch your back. Invader incoming.
How about, yeah, there you go, Puck Nuggets. Instead of fighting the primevals, doing damage to them and killing them, let's get to the portal and try to invade. Let's not do the point of the game. No.
Envoy's dead. Kill the primeval. Your allies invade. That primeval's nearly dead. Fight's over. Opposing team.
We would have won that if you had killed off the primevals, but yeah. I get to the point sometimes with this where things like that, I'm just like, nope, I'm done. And I quit because I just can't deal with people not playing this mode correctly. This is a mode that punishes you for not playing the objectives. If you can't play the objectives, like some games, definitely like in PvP, you don't really have to play the objective of capping zones. You can just go around killing people. This one, you can't do that. You have to go in, follow the objectives. Otherwise, you lose, like we did. But people don't really realize this, and then they get pissed off because, oh, I wasn't able, like, it's not fun. I'm always losing. Take a look in the mirror. Maybe you're losing because you're at fault. But with on a different note, with that game mode, we got with that loss, we got 500 experience. While the game before, where we 1, we got 750. So at Mythic 3, that's the sort of breakdown for a win at 5 stack streak, where each game you play, you earn more and more experience, and you don't have to do 5 in a row. As it were, you could play 2 one night, come back the next night, play 3 more, and then be at your 5 stack streak. If you play a different mode, like if I went over and started to play some Crucible or Nightfall ones, I would lose my Gambit streak and start building up the streak in other matches, which is nice. That you're definitely, some of these big updates happen usually either when a full new DLC comes up or a season, or well, I guess now they're calling them episodes, but they're seasons by another name. They do the exact same thing. Same activities are still sort of time gated. There's just, I think, at least weapon wise, a few more by the looks of it. But this is the first time they've done an episode, as it were, instead of seasons. So there's definitely still some teething pains when it comes to this.
You know it's gonna get loud with the cabal around. Subtlety
No, I
ain't
do
exactly
not.
their style. Transmat is go.
Also, most things in this is cross play, so I could play with somebody on Xbox on this or PC. But Gambit and Crucible both follow the rules of, if you are playing with somebody on a PC, you're going to be matched with other PC players mostly. So as a console player, I'm not going to be running into people who are doing most in K unless they're cheating. But there's not, at least not in this mode, there isn't the same level of cheating as you would in some others. In Trials of Osiris, I believe it's called. It's usually just called Trials. There is some definite cheating, and it's really easy to see this, but Gambit, it's a little harder to see, mainly because it's much longer of a match, and you're more likely, if you're like a solo player, people are going to see you cheating and report you than anything. But let's see if...
Sending medium blocker.
Nope, we definitely...
High value target is on the field. Hunt it down. Put some rounds in. Incoming on the
Yeah,
portal's ready. Grab your gun.
next time I do this stream, I'm definitely just pumping it from my PC. This is...
To the other side.
I'm definitely seeing some... like...
Value target neutralized. Take and run popping up on the enemy side. Good. Your allies back. 2 bags for the board. Almost time for a prime evil. Fill that bank up. Prime evil.
There we go, Primeval. So... Man, that's still always a little early to pop your super. First round is just... At least I find first round is a little easy just because you get that damage gate, so you can't kill them, like kill the primeval first round. You have to have at least a force stack of primeval to really do that, and that is something that most teams, if they are able to do that, they are doing it with a force stack and are communicating and are like, we're doing the
Your allies defeated. Bringing them back.
and I'm back in spawn, far back.
Vader's gone. Get him next time. Envoys terminated. Now, bring the house down. You're ahead. Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians. One down. That's two. That primeval's not long for this world. Burn it down and take this Gambit.
Come on, guys, let's... let's just hang around the portal. Let's not go deal with the envoys. No, let's have to invade.
Nearly dead. Watch your back. Invader incoming.
Yeah, and they just did all of that fucking bullshit. Because, no, I gotta stay right beside the invasion portal so that I can invade. Let's not do the job.
Invader's gone. Get him next time. Opposing team's about to win. That primeval's nearly dead. Yes, sir. That
Yeah, we only won that match because they had their primeval got the immune phase. Had that Titan Saint 14 adapt not, like, had he gone in and killed the primevals, we would have won this a lot sooner.
you laugh in my face as you kill him.
But gotta do what I gotta do. But thankfully, no matter how this next match goes, and if I lose it, I should still get the 500 points, which will push me to being able to reset. So that will give matchmaking a little time because I gotta fly back to this city, talk to the Drifter. He's more. Maybe? No. So I've got, might be with a team with or one of the guys left, might not have been, but looks like I've got 3 other ships flying in, so that is somewhat of a good sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
All
Yeah.
right, Mavericks.
So one person
Ready to
left
see what you're
in the
fighting
middle, which
today? Hi.
doesn't matter. They probably will bring somebody else in to will join. Yes, so it's the other teams got it, which, as always, doesn't matter, whatever. I think that does look like a few people have the
Drop those targets. Take the moats and bank them.
new exotic auto rifle, which probably going to grind out. Because it is really powerful. They're either, I think there's the most of the nerf that they're doing to it is a PvP nerf, just because the perk that they have makes it really powerful and a top pick for most people. But so not sure how that sort of like PvP only nerf will affect things like Gambit, but
Hostiles incoming at command.
okay, so I got a large, let's see if I think, yeah, I see that 3. Oh, buddy, let's not get that.
Large blocker set. Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Invader on the field. Careful. High value target is on the field. Hunt it down. Put some rounds.
Man.
They wanted a fight. You gave it to them. Enemy invader down. Nice.
Having that hive shrieker right where it was is always a pain, and I
High value target is down and out. You're bleeding moats, brother. Whack the blocker.
because they can pick away at you when you're trying to clear things in the mid. They're also going to be always such a high tier enemy.
Small blocker out back. Portal is prime. Lock and load.
Okay, so
This
let's-
is what the team. Revel in this.
Probably should have taken a bit of a different.
One down. Two down. Bury another. 10 seconds. They wanted to fight you, right? That's what they said.
It is always fun getting an army of 1 like that. And
Invader incoming.
is that supposed to take out?
Incoming hostiles at the ring. Invaders out. You'll get them next time.
At this.
Small blocker to the other side. Portals up. This is what the Taken feel. Revel in this. That's one. Two down. Ten seconds left.
Damn it. Oh well. I mean, he died with moats, which
Welcome back.
gives us a chance to... What are you... And we got a guy who's AFK. Of course we do.
Primeval's up. Target the envoys first. Envoys in the dirt. Now kill the big guy. Vader inbound. Hunt. Opposing team has a primeval. You gotta finish first. You're in the lead. Take down that primeval, and this Gambit's yours.
Now,
Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians.
and of course you teabag.
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
I did have still some heavy, but oh well.
Enemy invader is down. You're invading. Make a mess.
Stupid of me to do it like that, but oh well.
One down. 10 seconds left. The lead's yours. Welcome back. That primeval's nearly dead. Use that style.
There we go. That was... Yep.
That's quite the haul, thank you very much. Old Drifter's gonna put these moats to...
Now this is a guy right here. Rogue Lightbearer is the person, the drifter that I need to go talk to. And since there's two sort of spawn in points, I'm gonna spawn in near him. And 7 strange coins. Not really anything I want. So the strange coins that I was looking at are a item you earn from doing various activities, and then you bring them to Zur, which is a premium item seller that is only around during the weekends from Friday to Sundays. You used to buy stuff with legendary shards, but they went away with legendary shards this update, and so you now have
Don't waste this.
to use strange coins, which was actually a currency from Destiny 1 that was used to buy stuff from Zur, and you could get them usually from public events, which were just items that happened in the various destinations. But I never really played too much of Destiny 1, so I don't know too much of the various things from it. So with resetting, I lose my full streak, which is fine. Just 5 games will get me back up there. And I'm now at Guardian 1, which is the lowest rank you get. It goes Guardian, Brave, Heroic, Fabled, Mythic, Legend, I want to say. It's... I never really keep too much of a look unless it's, I'm at Legend, I gotta go deal with that. And then after that, it's done. To keep the SMG that I got, which is considered a ritual weapon, which just means you can get it from either ranking up fully from Gambit, Crucible, or Nightfalls. I got the first one from Nightfalls just because they're a little easier to do, and I can be listening to music on my own and running along. So, but because I was so close, figured I might as well go through and
Give me those moats and I'll make you rich, brother. I promise.
let's see. That is. The problem with switching out weapons mid-fight, you gotta remember to switch back to a certain weapon start, otherwise you're not... Oh, I heard that. That beeping sound that was heard briefly was the sound of a turret. That turret, which they are not any fun. They are quite something quite annoying. But thankfully, it seems they were only red bars, which are the weakest level of enemy you get. You get, these orange bars are the second highest, or second lowest. Then you got ones with, like 2 sections in their shield, or 3, and then you got bosses, which are... Don't need to pick up most, but I'm definitely... Okay. But this is... Could very easily spell doom for us. We all have 15 modes, so he's definitely going to be hunting us. Edge transit. And my guys bailed on me instead of trying to help shoot him, but nah. So I lost 15 most, and that... But I was the only one who lost them, so they should all be able to bank and...
Take out those guardians.
They'll need new teeth after that one, and more moats. 10 seconds and I pull you back. Whoa! They're crying because you slapped those moats right out of their head. Bringing you back. Good hunt.
One of the extra, I guess, pseudo-toxic things you can do with, Invasion, like, because they dropped moats, I was able to pick them up. But because, one of the warlocks, one of the classes, had dropped a stasis, turret, that was what was slowing me. So I wasn't able to pick up all the moats that were around. which
That primeval out there. Medium blocker outbound. Portal's ready. Grab your gun.
back over.
Embrace the darkness. Take out those guardians.
And of course, probably our guy was trying to get, yep, gotta get a 15. Doesn't matter that we could have gotten it a lot earlier. I need to send over a large because... yeah, this is going to be my last match. Thanks, probably Krusty, for sticking around for as long as you have, as I definitely know the
Find them before they
level of toxicity I have isn't
convoys turning.
leaving very much, so I'm going to be heading out. I'm quitting after this because I know myself and I'm at a point where things just aren't good.
Vader's gone. Get him next time. You're invading. Make a mess. You're in the lead.
And yeah, let's just not try to deal with the blockers, the things, or
Vader inbound. Opposing team's about to win. Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. Your allies invading. Enemy team's about to win this. Get moving.
we could have got into damage phase and done stuff a lot better had you not stuck way back here wanting to get an invasion out.
Vader's down.
But hey, you gotta do, yep, there it goes.
And that's it. Opposing team took out their primeval.
Got the wars. Return to orbit, and that's Gambit. It's when I'm on my own, as I definitely can only do so much before just teammates start being too much of an issue, and I have to head out. So, okay, so this bow didn't have a second, doesn't look like any of the weapons that I've gotten had a second perk, but I will probably get one of those later. But it was still a lot of fun, even though I did get frustrated and a little toxic at times. Sorry for the audio issues at the start, but hopefully next stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard, I shouldn't have the same issues. I'll definitely spend a little time beforehand going over audio issues. I had to run out to the store, so I wasn't able to do that before, but thanks for staying for as long as you did. Thanks for checking it out, everyone, and if you're watching after the fact, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions or enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't been here, and a comment down below. See you all later.